I'm in the business for the check and the sex, so you know.
Standout moments that you've been through since you've been in this game.
I would say a major moment was performing on stage with Chuck D and Rakim. Those were like my idols coming up. I mean, maintaining a friendship with Kool Keith after all these years, and doing a song with KRS-One. Those are the three moments in my life where I've looked at myself and said, "You're a motherfucker."
I didn't say the record Compton to just the whole city of Compton. You know, I got cool people in Compton. There's a lot of dope groups in Compton, like WC and the Mad Circle. They got it going on. So it's not just a Compton thing. But what I did do the record, I did the record to show the industry, as far as the record companies, as far as people in the market, that you ain't gotta be from Compton to be hard. Like the great Rakim once said, it's not where you from, it's where you at.
83 for 100.3 jams, and you're watching Rap Around Dallas. This area's only video rap show. Believe that, definitely be cold kicking it. And right now I'm on the bus with Tim Dog in this group. What's up, man?
What's up?
All right, then. And first of all, you probably heard of Tim Dog before because he's the brother behind that single F Compton. What motivated you to make that record?
Well, basically, I felt the business was getting contaminated with whack MCs. MCs focusing on gimmicks and sell records, you know. I'm against rappers like that do that because I feel basically it's an insult to the art for one, and it makes it that much harder for people who take it seriously like myself.
Okay, such as groups, and get the names.
Such as groups like Kwame, Kid and Play, Young MC, Hammer, Vanilla Ice, NWA. Groups that focus on gimmicks and sell their records, and they don't live the way they say they live, or they don't show any lyrical kind of talent in their records. They just, you know, like NWA for instance. The reason why I did the record at Compton was because it was like every group from Compton was saying it from Compton. It was like the whole industry was like on this Compton vibe. Everybody walking around with nigga for life t-shirts on, nigga for life hats on. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm from, you call me a nigga, you know, you can be down. So, you know, I'm not even trying to go out like that. So I feel, you know, that rather than let them go on thinking that they got it going on, show them what's on.
On the single, man, I mean, you come hard with some hard lyrics, and you calling a lot of names and stuff like that. But my question is this: do you plan on going to LA soon and performing in Compton or what?
Well, as a matter of fact, I just came from LA. Spent 3 weeks out there. We toured from LA to Vegas, to San Francisco, to Santa Barbara, and as you can see, ain't a damn thing happened. But I mean, I want everybody to understand it's not just a Compton thing because, for one, I'm not a politician, so I wouldn't insult a city, you know. But what I'm trying to get people to understand is you don't have to exploit where you're from to sell a record. You know, like Rakim once said, it ain't where you're from, it's where you at. You know, so be realistic. I mean, all these groups that supposedly going platinum and going gold, all they're doing is talking about their city, you know, and how people kill each other and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not trying to say rappers should be giving, you know, all type of positive messages, you know, it should be example setters, but face the facts. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing nothing but praising the violence that goes on in your city.
Okay. So when you performed in LA, how were you received?
Well, honestly, I'm selling more in LA than I am in New York. So it's like, I mean, there were some places I went where you had the people who was upset, but you know, it's like taking candy from a baby and smacking it. What it was is a lot of people was asking me questions like, well, what are you going to do when Easy finds out you dissed them? Or what are you going to do when it's time to go to Compton? You know, for one, I don't see what's in Compton to be wanting to go there anyway. And for two, I felt like this. If you feel sensitive about it, don't cry. Just step to me.
Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. The sounds of a dog brings me to another day. Play with my bone, would you, Timmy? It seems like you're good for making jokes about your Jimmy.
But here's a Jimmy joke about your mama that you might not like. I heard she was a Frisco dyke, but on the Rizio. I'm talking about you and me, toe to toe, TMMUT.
Your bark was loud, but your bite wasn't vicious. And the rhymes you were kicking were quite bootylicious.
Was there ever a moment where you said I shouldn't have said fuck Compton?
Honestly, yeah. It was when I ran into Tupac, and we was in Cali. You know, he's a good friend of mine, and I asked him, I was like, look, why don't you have a meeting with Big and squash all this shit? It's getting out of hand. And he said to me, if you squash it, I'll squash it. And he was serious. He wanted me to set the meeting up, and I didn't take him serious.
You didn't set it up?
Nah. And I regret it, because he's a good friend of mine's gone. God bless him. Miss you, Pop. Miss you too, Big. But at that point, I felt like the industry ran with the whole East Coast West thing. I don't regret the record because I'm a competitive artist and I didn't write the record to regret it. But I regret how people exploit things and take things out of context. And, one of our soldiers is not with us because of some ignorance. So, yeah, if I could have prevented that by not even making music, I would have gladly done it.
That's a big statement right there.
That's how much, those two dudes meant to hip-hop to me. And that's how much Pac meant to me, So, he was the guy that had my back when I was in trouble, when other rappers were running and pretending they didn't know me. He had my back. And
speak about how so for people who don't know.
Well, I was, everybody know the record. I was touring. I was on the West Coast, and some cats, wanted to start a fight with me and my boys. And we got it on, and we bust their ass. And what happened was, it wasn't even about no music. It was just about a girl. One of the guys got mad because I guess his girl wanted to give me some pussy.
That's the worst shit.
Yeah,
that a guy can go through.
Exactly. Especially with me, because I will fuck your bitch. If she comes, that's me. We got into a little scrap, and then Pac, he took me to his house, got the guns, and came back with me, had my back. And that meant some real shit to me, That showed me he was the real G,
What made him hold you down? After...
Well, he was there. He saw the shit go down. He felt like the guy was a pussy. Yeah. He felt like the guy was being real fucked up. So he was like, yo, don't do that to an East Coast artist. And Pac is from the Bronx. A lot of people don't know.
Juice
he's from Andrews Avenue. So Tupac is from the Bronx.
All right.
So, it was just like a lost family member,
Yeah.
And I never forgave him. I never forgot him for that.
A woman says she was swindled by a famous rapper. She says the rapper Tim Dog may be up to his biggest scam yet. The rapper reportedly died in February, but the South Haven woman he scammed believes he may have faked his own death. WREG's Sabrina Hall spoke to the woman to find out why Tim Dog might have done it. Sabrina.
Timothy Blair, more commonly known as Tim Dog, owes her money, but all of his payments stopped when he was reported dead.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Tim Dog.
He got famous in the 1990s for a song about Compton.
Tim Dog, a black man's Taz.
But Tim Dog's lasting legacy in Esther Pilgrim's mind will be something else.
He really thinks he can outsmart everybody.
The rapper, whose real name is Timothy Blair, swindled her out of money.
On a fictitious business deal.
$32,000. And she's not the only one who says Tim Dog is a con man.
20 victims that have contacted me personally from around the world.
In 2011, a Mississippi judge ordered Blair to pay her back.
$100 per month.
Esther says she received those payments up until she got the phone call.
And I literally sucked in my breath.
That Tim Dog was dead. On February 14th, media outlets including Rolling Stone reported the 46-year-old rapper died from complications of diabetes. Esther says at first, like everybody else, she believed it. Then she did some digging.
There was nothing that you normally find as far as what city, who found him.
She even had a friend go down to Atlanta this week where he allegedly died to find his death certificate.
They were unable to find any record of his death.
In fact, News Channel 3 used a private investigator, and he could not find a death record for Timothy Blair either. Esther says Tim Dog owes upward of $2 million to people he has ripped off around the world. And she believes his own death might be his biggest con yet.
Well, I think there's a great chance he's alive.
And a private investigator has also confirmed an active address for Timothy Blair in Atlanta, active as of April. Blair has reportedly been dead since February 14th.